Alright, today is Friday, September 21st. We're getting ready to coat the bottom floor pan in epoxy. I took the day off from work so I can do this. So I got my little lights set up, which do put off a decent amount of light. Not sure how I'm going to approach this because I think the wheel wells might be a little tricky. I think I'm going to spray from the bottom up. So we're going to spray from the bottom up. I'm going to try and get away without having to flip the car to get to that wheel well, because I have a feeling if I flip it that some sand is going to find its way out and, you know, mess up the finish, which it's the bottom of the floor. It's not that big of a deal. But I got the hood and the trunk on stands. Only the undersides are getting coated. As you can see, they're already kind of getting a little bit of surface rust, but that's just in it's not even 48 hours. That's how humid it is. It's got to be 90% humidity today, and mosquitoes are all over the place, so it's by far not the best environment to spray in, but it is just epoxy primer. That's why I'm waiting till like maybe November to actually paint the car to get the bugs out of here. But I mean, these mosquitoes are something else. So getting ready to spray. I got 2 cups mixed up already. It's been marinating for about half an hour, and we're ready to just hook up the gun and go. Stay tuned. Alright, here's part 2 of the epoxy. Man, that's a lot harder than it looks. And it uses a lot of material. So basically I'm using my throwaway purple Harbor Freight. I have 1 more cup of the red oxide. So I'm gonna finish this wheel well up. I was able to flip it and it did dump out some sand, but I don't think it did anything. I got the hood and trunk. I did these first. I'm going to let this dry for about another hour and see where it's at. Missed a little section right there. I have leftover black, so I'm thinking about maybe putting it in black or not. I mean, these things are going to be 2K maybe tomorrow, so I might just leave it. This is 1 coat. There's 1 coat on everything. And I really wanted to get 2 coats on the floor, and I don't want to go black on the floor, so I'm kind of stuck. But I'm just going to maybe reduce it a little bit, spread it out, and just go over with the light and hit the areas that I think I missed, which overall it's coming along good. Alright, here's part 3 of the epoxy video. It's the last one. I was able to squeeze just enough primer out of 1 quart. It mixes 1 to 1, so 1 quart and then 1 quart of activator. Actually, there's a little bit left in here, so that's weird. But it got it coated pretty good. This is not 2 full coats. This is more like 1 full coat, 1 heavy full coat, and then kind of touched up what needed. So now I overwent here, but I'm going to end up taping all this down, leave that red. This is going to be the color of the car. But I just wanted to get good coverage. Overall, the epoxy lays out good with that cheap Harbor Freight gun. I was going to throw it away, but I'm going to actually clean it and save it in case my primer gun acts up tomorrow. I can use that as a backup. But the hardest part were these wheel wells. It's kind of tricky because you can't get your gun in there, but I did the best I could, But the trunk pan came out nice. So I ended up flipping it, and it did spill out some sand, which was given. I mean, I spent a total of about 3 hours blowing this thing out and wiping it down and vacuuming everything, and there's still sand in the crevices. So the good thing is, when it comes to paint the car, this is going to be on the bottom, so we won't have that problem. It didn't really mess up, only right here on the hood. We got a little bit of trash right there. Sand blew out of there. I almost got a run here because this was in the way. Got real close, but it leveled out okay. So another walk through here. This is the SPI red oxide epoxy primer. Mixes 1:1 with a purple 1.8 Harbor Freight $10 spray gun. Actually, man, I'm kind of impressed with that Harbor Freight gun. I wouldn't use it to paint a car, but man, for primer, use it and throw it away. Catch them on sale. You can get them on sale for $9.99. You know, get about 2 or 3 of them, keep them, use them, and throw them away. That's what I plan to do after I 2K this car. I'm throwing it away. At that point, it's not even worth cleaning anymore. And actually, I'm not even cleaning them. I'm just pouring reducer in the cup, mixing it around, and then spray it out with no air, and I call it clean. Now, of course, my iwata and all that, and you know, I take apart and clean. But we did get it pretty good. I'm satisfied with it. Did it right here in the shop. We got a little overspray on the floor, but did it right here in the shop on this rotisserie. And these are the hood and trunk. I didn't take a video of the before of this, but you can see where I went second coat right here. But this thing was grimy and greasy and rusty, and I mean, that guy blasted this underside for 30 bucks, and spray epoxy and call it done. Just gonna scuff it a little bit and shoot 2K on it, and then I'm gonna scuff that and we're ready for color. I didn't do the top sides because I didn't want any warp, but the guy seemed like he knew what he was doing, so we'll see when it comes time to blocking. But here's the trunk. It's not much light because it's getting ready to pour over here, but that's pretty good. So here's the gun. Like I say, Harbor Freight, essential pneumatic. It ain't bad. I mean, right now I got a reducer in it. That's my iwata regulator. I sprayed it at, I believe it's about 20 psi. But the next step is let this dry overnight, tape it off, flip the car over, DA it with 180, the whole car or the shell, DA it with 180, spray 2K, and then over the next couple weeks just block it down, spray it, block it down. I want to block it at least 3 times. Same with the fenders, same with the hood. Hopefully have this thing guide coat ready to spray by Thanksgiving. That's my plan, maybe earlier. So stay tuned.